Yeah, I know. It's that moment where when it happened, 50% of the Linkin Park fan base apparently lost their minds and decided to go nuts, and the other half still haven't been heard from. And every single reactor on the YouTube has done their thoughts on this, and I thought that I should too. And because half of all comments on my channel are usually hate-filled, I think personally I should break the record and go for 80% because I believe that the new Linkin Park lineup and the new music is absolutely in the YouTube reaction system. Certain videos must be reacted to by highly trained specialists. Unfortunately, we only have this idiot. Amazing. Sorry, I don't care what you feel about it. For me, I think it's amazing. And then I'm going to tell you all the reasons why I like it. And then I'm going to try to explain why everyone that hates it, that maybe they're the problem. Now, when I say hate, I don't mean dislike or don't care for or it's not my favorite. I mean literal haters. I know about them. They fill up half my comments. All right, everybody. Let me tell you why I like this, okay? Number one, it's been a long time coming. And I don't want to talk about the music, likes, not likes, who's the better singer, direction, chaos, all that stuff. I'm talking about the message of Linkin Park. I was not a Linkin Park fan in the 90s. I didn't really know about them that much. I knew they were there. You hear their songs pretty much out in the world. You can't avoid it, right? That's how big they were. But I wasn't really into metal, and I wasn't really into nu metal at all. And I was into kind of a jazz funk phase back then, doing a lot of folk music and stuff. So yeah, I'm old. Shut up. Here's the thing. 4 years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and someone said, have you ever checked out Linkin Park? Have you ever checked out Korn? Have you ever checked out My Chemical Romance? Have you ever checked out System of a Down? And all my answers to all of those questions was no. And everyone would be like, what the hell's wrong with you? And of course, obviously the answer to that is a lot. Through my journeys, I've checked out a lot of the old classic stuff from Linkin Park. And I would like to say this now to quantify the point. I believe Linkin Park live in Texas is one of the greatest live performances, period, especially the video. I think it's really, really well done. Despite Lars being a dick coming out with Hulk hands and trying to interrupt my favorite song. Okay, let's talk about new beginnings. Now we know with the passing of Chester, it wasn't just a loss for the band. It was a loss for the fan base. It was a loss to the world. His death still to this day resonates. How so? Look at the backlash that came down from people who either don't really have a grasp on what's really going on or are just selfish. For Mike, Mr. Hahn, all the members of this band, I don't think it's fair for the world to say, you lost the member of your band, you can't make music anymore. What? What if you told Brian May, sorry Freddie Mercury died, you need to put the guitar down? Well, that's dumb. Would there be a Foo Fighters if Dave Grohl listened to the masses and said, you can't make metal music or rock music anymore because Kurt's dead? No. An artist? Okay, if the guys from Linkin Park, including the late amazing Chester, had the drive, the dreams, the passion, and the talent to create music to the level that is Linkin Park for all those years, to touch that many lives, how can you expect all those guys to suddenly say, the passion, the talent, the drive, the love that I have to get me to this point, I'm just going to stop? It's not fair. Now, so how do you continue on? Well, you have different options. You can find a new lead singer, kind of like what Queen did, multiple leads. And they finally found someone like Adam Lambert who compliments Freddie on so many different levels, it just works. And everyone accepts Adam Lambert, not to replace Freddie, but to honor him. Or you could go the other route, kind of like what what Dave Grohl did, where he disassociated completely that this has nothing to do with Nirvana, has nothing to do with Kurt, but I still have to make music, Foo Fighters. And even then, Nirvana fans gave him shit for how many years? Because he dared to make music after Kurt's death. It's just not fair, guys. Now, here's the thing. If you're a fan of Linkin Park, awesome, great. You should be. They're an amazing band. And if something that Chester did, or Mike, or any of the guys from the band did for you, changed your life, made something great for your life, or whatever, all the different gambit of that's possible, awesome. That doesn't change. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I do love her vocal. And I do love the choice. The new vocalist, she was already part of other bands that I've checked out before. She has a great voice. And I think picking a female vocalist like her was the only choice they had. Let me put it like this. A lot of Linkin Park's classics can't be done just with Mike. Mike's an amazing musician, singer, rapper, name it. But he's not a melodic singer to the level of the late Chester. So how do you replace Chester? Number one, you don't. You can't. If they were to put a guy up there that sounded like Chester, kind of looked like Chester and everything else, the fan base would go nuts thinking you're just trying to replace him. So they didn't do that. They found something new, something different. They went in a different sort of direction. Now, can the new lead singer of Linkin Park do the classics? Yes. Because her vocal style complements the work that Chester did before. Doesn't try to recreate it, doesn't try to replace it. She's just being a part of it. Like if you listen to the lyrics of The Emptiness Machine, she's just trying to be a part of something. Okay? That's not anything to replace anyone. Okay? So I do like the sound. Okay? It's very complimentary to what's come before, and I look forward to seeing what comes next. Now, here comes the part that's going to make my comment section go absolutely bananas, and I'm telling you guys now, look at me. I don't care. I'm not a member of this band. I have no affiliation with this band, so your comments about how much you hate this band or whatever are not going to affect me. You just look like an idiot right now. Okay? Now, there are many people. This comes down to three categories. Number one, the people that don't care for the new vocalist. It's just not your style. It just doesn't, you don't like the direction. It doesn't feel the same. You're not as excited about it. You're not a fan. Respect it 100%. No problem. Hey, sometimes bands change up things. It doesn't feel right. You don't like it as much. You move away from it. Okay, fine. Then you have the people that are vehemently against it. They don't like it at all. They have trappings about they only like old Linkin Park and they're not going to like anything that comes out that's new. We've seen it before. Metallica fans that are only Black Album and before, and hell, some of you are only pre-Black Album. No one's going to tell you you can't have your opinion, and that's fine. Then there's a third category. You just hate because you're selfish. If you're going to hate someone just because they got an opportunity to sing music and to make art with passion and love, and you hate that person for that reason, for no other reason than they're not your favorite singer who passed away, how is that fair to her? How is that fair to the band? And more importantly, if you're saying that you hate someone because they're not your beloved singer who passed away from just horrible situations that he was dealing with, what legacy are you thinking of with him? Chester didn't hate anyone. Chester wouldn't want you to hate someone who's going to continue the work that he started. You cannot tell me that Chester didn't put his heart, his soul, his love, his struggles in every note he sang, every word he wrote, every lyric he ever did, and then come to tell me that everything means nothing because someone else is singing it? No. It has to continue. It has to continue to grow. It has to continue to push forward because here's the thing. Chester passed away how long ago? How many people have not even heard of his music now because he's not here? They're not touring, they're not playing live, they're not making new music. Yes, his stuff is amazing, but it is in the past. His music needs to be sung live now. You can't end it with Chester. Chester worked too hard. He gave up too much for it to just be left dormant and untouched. And for the people that hate on this just because it's not Chester, you're just being selfish. If Chester touched you that much, if Chester's words and who he was as a performer and his struggle and his life and his passing means that much to you, then it needs to continue. His work needs to be pushed on. And I don't care who does it. That's up to the band to decide. They decide which vocalist they bring in that makes them the most comfortable, that they feel is going to honor their past, help them with their present, and help them look forward to the future. And that's it. And if you can't accept that, this is what you need to do. And then stop listening. Nobody's forcing you to listen to new Linkin Park stuff. Nobody's forcing you to go to new concerts. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. But it's certainly not fair to those guys and the new members of the band, the original members of Linkin Park, who are trying to continue the work that they have lived their lives for. They deserve the chance to do that. And the new members who know, look, she knew. Look at the lyrics of The Emptiness Machine, the first single. You think she's not worried? You think she's not a little scared of what could happen? Yeah? That's why she's singing out to you, to let you know. She's not here to replace anyone. She just wants to be a part of continuing this work. Because Linkin Park used to be a band. But sometime in that journey, they became a shoulder for so many people. Their music became a foundation for healing and love and acceptance and recovery. And when we lost Chester, and I say we because I wasn't even a fan of Linkin Park back then, but his presence in the world was felt the second it was gone. To continue his efforts, we should at least let them perform. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Keep honoring Chester, and that's the end of it. But just to throw hate, just to do it, you look really bad right now. I don't know. But here's the thing. You want to hate somebody, hate me. Half the world does anyway. I'm good with it. To the members of Linkin Park, you will never see my video. And if you do, sorry. Didn't mean for YouTube to put that in your suggested folder. But if you ever see these words, look at me. Guys are doing what you love. You're continuing the work that you've put your entire lives into, and you should not be dissuaded from anyone to continue doing what you do, because somewhere along the line, you guys became something so much bigger than just making music. You guys have been through enough. You guys have struggled and went through so much pain. You deserve to continue. You deserve to resurrect, and no one's trying to replace anyone. But damn it, if we're going to honor the man, we can't stop now. That's how I feel about it. My name is Old School Nerd, and my address is, never mind, I'm not telling you that. Oh, my phone number, yeah, I'm not telling you that either. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. In the meantime, I look forward to the next one. And with that, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. Whew. She's brave. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.